Choking is a very frightening experience that most mums can expect to go through at least once. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do if your child is choking so that you can react quickly and confidently and without any panic. What I'll be covering is this. Firstly, recognizing choking and what not to do. Plus, we'll be looking at back blows, chest thrusts, and abdominal thrusts, and CPR. Firstly, well, what is choking, or foreign body airway obstruction as it is actually known, and is it different from gagging? Yes, it is, and here is why. There are two tubes going down the neck from the back of the throat. One at the back takes food to your stomach, and it's called an esophagus, and one in the front, which is known as a trachea, it takes air in and out of your lungs. They are separated by a cartilage flap just behind the bottom of the tongue, called an epiglottis, and that acts as a valve. It is normally open to the trachea so that you can breathe, and it closes the top of the airway and opens the esophagus every time you swallow. This allows food to go into your stomach. Gagging is a reflex action in the throat muscles that develops in babies. It is designed to move food forward to stop it blocking the airway. Gagging is usually done with a lot of coughing attempts, a lot of noise, and usually a very red face. When something has blocked the airway a little bit, called a partial obstruction, they are still able to breathe, but will be coughing to move the object up so they can either spit it out or swallow it. When something has blocked the airway so much that they are unable to breathe or to cough effectively, it is called a complete obstruction, and it is often silent. Well, there will usually be gasping, they will be trying to cough, they can't breathe, they can't talk, they'll be turning blue, and often grabbing at the throat. When this happens, this is what not to do. Don't ignore it because it's silent. Don't do blind finger sweeps to try to sweep the object out that you can't even see. Don't go giving water or food. Do not do the Heimlich maneuver on babies, and do not shake the baby. All of these could push the object down further or cause internal trauma to the baby or even damage to the brain through what is known as shaken baby syndrome. If the child is coughing, that means they do have a good airflow, so encourage them to keep coughing. Perhaps lean forward a little bit and cough more effectively to try to push the object up so they can spit or swallow. There's no need to give back blows if the child is coughing. If the child is not able to cough effectively, though, this means there is not enough airflow, so we need to act immediately. Now, as I said earlier, if the baby is able to cough, just keep coughing, that's fine. But if baby is not able to cough, we need to move the object out of the airway for the baby. Firstly, always hold a baby's head. Babies' heads are very heavy and their neck muscles are very weak, so you must hold the head and keep it in line with the body, not backwards, not forwards, just keep it in a straight line with the body. Now, to try to move that object out, we're going to need tip baby upside down, preferably over a knee, so that you get a bit more purchase on it. Now, in between the shoulder blades, up to 5 times, we're going to give it some good solid thumps towards the head. Now, obviously, that's going to depend on the size of the baby and the size of your hand. With my hand, it's probably going to be a bit too wide. I'll be hitting the shoulder blades. We need to get in the middle. It's okay for me or big hand person just to go that way, but towards the head. Up to 5 times to see if that will dislodge the object. So, baby upside down, in between the shoulder blades, up to 5 times. Now, technically, you are supposed to check after each one of these hits because a baby is not going to spit. So we need to check. Most people don't, but just don't keep doing it and wonder if it's going to work. But check, no more than 5. If it starts to cough after 2, you don't need to keep going. We're just trying to move the object to get the baby to cough. That is all. So up to 5, solid thumps between the shoulder blades towards the head. And have a look. See if we can now reach the object. What we're trying to do is push the object out so that we can reach it from here. Not put your fingers in to try to pull it out. All of that is going to do is push the object down further. So can we reach it from here? No, we can't. Okay, we need to push the object out with what's a simulated cough. So 2 fingers, doesn't really matter how many fingers, it depends on how big your hands are, but right in the middle of the sternum, in between the nipples, we're going to push on this bone here and push in sharply, again up to 5 times. We're just trying to push air out of the lungs just like a cough would do. But we need to get the baby onto a firm surface. So once again, tip baby upside down, holding the head right in the center of the sternum, in between the nipples, up to 5 sharp pushes. Again, with each one, we're hoping that the object will come out and baby will start to cough. So don't go any more than 5, but have another look. Can I reach it now? If I can't get the object now, okay, we repeat. Hold baby's head, tip it over, in between the shoulder blades, up to 5 times. Can I reach it now? Nope, okay. Over we go again, try to push it out. And hopefully it will get to a point where the baby will start to cough. And once the baby starts to cough, we should be able to reach the object, pull it out, baby should be able to breathe, and will usually start crying, so we can just give it a hug. Mission accomplished. For a child more than 1 year old, we still trying to do the same thing. We're trying to do back blows to dislodge the object and chest thrust or abdominal thrusts to push air out of the lungs in a simulated cough. So once again, the child should be able to hold its own head up, so we don't really need to hold the child's head. Depends on how big it is, of course, but often just across there is fine. Child will usually be leaning forward, trying to breathe, again in between the shoulder blades, up to 5 times. Give it some good solid thumps. Remember, we're holding across the chest, not across the throat. Now, see if the child is able to cough. Are they able to cough and breathe now? Okay, if not, we need to now, we can either do chest thrust or abdominal thrust, also known as the Heimlich maneuver. If you're going to be doing chest thrusts, same thing in the center of the chest, same thing we did with babies, center of the chest, and just push in sharply up to 5 times. Obviously, the bigger the child, the more difficult this is going to become. So abdominal thrust is just as effective. In many parts of the world, abdominal thrust is the go-to one, but chest thrust, abdominal thrust, they both achieve the same result, pushing air out of the lungs. For abdominal thrust or Heimlich, the idea is to get your fist just above the belly button, into the abdomen, put your other hand around on top of that fist and pull in and upward sharply. We're trying to push this fist behind the rib cage to push air up out of the lungs. So get your head out of the way, look over the shoulder perhaps, and just pull in and up. Again, up to 5 of those. Can we cough now? Nope. Okay, keep doing that. Every 5 times. Trying to move that object up. And keep doing that until the child can cough or until the emergency services arrive. So when do you call emergency services? Immediately. As soon as you recognize that they cannot cough effectively or they cannot breathe, call now. Either call yourself or get someone else to do that. If you can clear the blockage before the ambulance arrives and they're no longer needed, that's fine. You can always ring them back and say, thank you, but we don't need you now. It is far better to do that and get them on the way just in case you cannot clear the blockage. You need to start the rescue efforts, back blows and thrusts, as soon as possible and keep repeating them until the emergency service arrives. Or if at any time the child becomes unresponsive and still not breathing normally, you need to start CPR straight away and keep doing it until help arrives. Some important points you need to think about when it comes to child choking, and these are them. Firstly, small children are at very high risk because they put everything into their mouths. Perhaps have a look around for small objects and keep them well away from children. Constant supervision is a must. you know they're going to find things and put them in their mouths. So expect this to happen. Now, a quick recap. Firstly, remain calm. If the child can cough, encourage them to keep coughing. Perhaps lean forward and keep coughing. If they are silent or blue or cannot cough, act immediately. If you are unsure, act immediately anyway. If you found this video useful, save it for future reference. Share it with other parents and caregivers you may know. Give it a like and check out some useful links down below for things that may be of interest to you. Thanks for your time, stay safe and care for each other.